And a good Tuesday evening out there in Rayland. Welcome to the Sports Recap Show here on 92.9 WAME Real Country. I am Harry the Menu Nostrant, joined by my good buds and sports buffs. Brian the Professor Suarez, the Big Mac, Mark Covert.
He must want something. He's trying to kiss up to us already, man.
Yeah, he is.
He just got to want something.
What? No, I want nothing.
He has a trivia question that he hasn't really clarified the answer.
Actually, I'm just hoping you have trivia because I have nothing. And on the board, our trusty engineer, none other than the commander, Bryson Davis.
Oh, wow. Echo effects. That was great.
I'm telling you, he
Yeah.
wants something.
We're getting
What do you want from me? What do you want
well,
from
your
me?
Wendy's
What
would have
do you
been
want
ideal,
from-
but
Yeah,
since
well,
you ate all that.
Yeah, well, you was... Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Whatever. Walk in with Taco Bell.
That's
Yeah.
all right. Yeah, listen.
I knew of all people you would come prepared, so I didn't have to worry about
A
you.
tradition unlike any other.
Like, listen, don't be giving him a hard time anymore. He got to ring the victory bell at Dale Earnhardt Jr. Racing. This
I
week.
did, actually.
So don't be giving him a
today.
hard time anymore.
First bell
Mhm.
ring, and I didn't work on the car. I didn't really have anything to do with that. However, I did get to do it, so that was pretty cool.
Bryson,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
what were you doing down there?
What was I doing?
Yeah, why don't you tell people what you were doing?
So, an internship with Dirty Mo Media. So, I don't know, people may be familiar with that, Dale's podcast and that sort of thing. So, yeah, today they had a beer toast. They do it every time they win a race. So, I snuck to the water cooler and grabbed me a bottle of water and
There you
celebrated
go.
with them. Just got to ring the
There
bell.
you
It was pretty
go.
cool.
I love it. That's all you had to do. It's that simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that
That's cool.
simple. Oh, good for you, buddy.
All right, boys, let's get it started off so we can go fast and furious.
We don't do Fast and Furious. First of all,
We're
ain't
going
nothing
to.
done Fast and Furious unless I'm eating and I look like Joey Chestnut. over there.
We're doing it. All right, birthdays. Trivia and interesting facts. Let's start off with some birthdays. I got 3 of them for you today, boys.
All right.
Number 1, Morton Anderson.
Morty.
All right.
What position, Harry? There you go, kicker.
Kirk Herbstreit
I think he thinks he was a quarterback.
at the Ohio State, right?
Factually, yes.
I think he thinks he was.
And then, speaking of quarterbacks, Kirk Cousins.
Wow.
Oh,
You
Kirk.
like that, don't you?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
You like that,
All right,
don't you?
so speaking of, let's go back to Mr. Morton Anderson, NFL Hall of Famer. He holds an NFL record. Can you tell me what it is?
Most games ever played.
Do you know how many?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I'm impressed you got the first part.
Oh, man.
It was very fast.
Was it
Did not hesitate.
was it like 240 something?
Oh, you're way off.
Mm. I got nothing. 3 something?
Yeah.
Do you have the years he played?
No, I just wrote down how many games he's played.
So I think he was old enough that he played. He didn't play in.
Was
any
it
14
372?
seasons.
382.
That's
382 games.
Well,
All right,
I
so
knew
here
when I
we
said
go.
242, I'm thinking like I know.
Real quick, he's second all-time in points scored at 2,544. Who's number 1?
Adam Vinatieri.
2,673. He's also second in field goals made at 565. Who do you think's number 1?
Adam Vinatieri.
599. That is exactly right. Bingo. So real quick, Morton Anderson, 709 field goals attempted, 565 made,
It's pretty good.
859 extra points attempted, and 849 made.
He missed 10 extra points.
Yeah.
Hey.
Well,
I mean, that's pretty
a
good.
long career.
Yeah, that's
Harry.
pretty good. But I mean, from what I understand, the guy never missed.
All right, so I got
When
one.
it mattered.
I got another thing in history today. In 1921, Ty Cobb got his 3,000th hit on this date in 1921. How many members of the 3,000 hit club are there in Major League Baseball history?
33.
Yep. Who was the last one?
Miggy.
Miguel Cabrera.
Yep.
All right, smart guy.
Mm.
To just, I
That-
looked this up because I want people to realize how hard it is to get to 3,000 hits.
Mhm.
How many people have had 2,000 hits in their Major League Baseball career?
Oh, I'm gonna say that number is probably somewhere. I'm gonna say that number is somewhere around 400.
Nah, you're a little bit too high.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. 290.
297. So think about that, though. 297 people have had 2,000 hits and only 33 got the 3,000. That's about 10%.
Well, you got to think.
One of every 10.
You think about it. I mean, take 3,000 off the table and just look at the 2,000. A lot of times when you get to your 2,000th hit,
Right.
you are probably past the prime, like that prime wheelhouse of your career. I'd say more often than not. Like you're more on the down than you are on the up.
So.
You're
Now, somebody just got their 2,000th hit this season.
Yeah, who was it? It was
Manny Machado.
Yep.
Now, you think he's on the downside?
Yeah, 100%. Don't get me wrong.
I think he's only like 30. He's only like 32.
I think he's great still,
Or 33.
but I don't
think he's 32.
I think his best years are behind him.
Mark, you got your
I
phone
don't.
real
I
quick.
don't know, man. I mean, Manny's probably. I mean, I wouldn't say he's going up, but I think he's holding steady.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, but okay. Yeah, I guess that's probably a fair statement.
At a certain point, you just kind of hold steady. You stop going up.
Sure.
So I mean, I'd probably tell you Manny's holding steady right now.
I without the benefit of looking at his stats.
33.
Yeah, without the benefit of looking at his stats, I think he's probably more on the. When I say on the down,
his career average is 280. He's hitting 290 this year.
yeah. So okay, he's holding steady. I think
He's above his. I mean, yeah, he's 10 points above his average. So
what's he looking like RBIs and homers this year?
hold please.
You would tell. 20 homers, 72 RBIs,
It's not. He's having a good year.
140 hits.
That's pretty daggum good
Yeah,
year.
that's a good year. Yeah.
Well, hang on. His average is 98 ribbies a year.
So he's right.
That's pretty good.
I'd say he's on
average,
pace to even break his average this year.
So he's got. Hey,
maybe.
Mark, do you have
Close.
his total hits right there? What, 2,000 and something, right? I think he got 2,000 like in May.
2040.
Okay, so he needs basically
960
960
hits. He'd have to play. So if he's averaging how many hits a year?
Well, he has 140 right now.
He's averaging every 162. He's averaging 178 hits.
So he essentially
So wait a minute. What did we just say?
960.
960 divided by what'd you say, Mark? 170?
178.
5.64.
Yeah, per
5.64 years at 170.
So
more
6
seasons.
years.
So
Six
yeah,
more seasons.
He
and
could
he'll have
potentially,
3,000.
if he stays healthy.
Because you start taking into decline.
Yeah.
Right.
Typically.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
6 years.
I mean, listen, if Pujols got 3,000, right?
Yes, he was the person prior to
And
Miguel
I
Cabrera.
can tell you right now, I didn't think he was going to get it at the end. He was hanging on for dear life to get that 3,000. I feel like.
He got back to the Cardinals and started swinging like he never.
Well,
left.
okay, that's true. That is true.
Yeah,
But like,
that's true.
there was times where with the Angels, like towards the end of his career with them, and you're like, holy smokes.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of seems like a common theme with the Angels.
Yeah, ain't that
so
the truth? Ain't that the truth?
All right. Anybody else got trivia or interesting facts?
I got nothing.
actually, no, I'm empty this week.
All right, cool. So we'll move on to
Full dish.
high school football, which starts this Friday.
Unreal.
You will be able to hear right here. The Statesville Greyhounds will travel to East Surrey to take on the Cardinals. Should be on the air at 6:50 with Les Clark, and game time will be 7 p.m. Let's talk about that game a little bit. We'll start off with that one because we're gonna have a special guest coming up here in just a minute. Last year,
Teaser.
East Surrey was 9-3, 6-0, won their conference. Statesville was, I didn't write it down, 8-2, I believe, during the regular season.
sounds right,
And
yep.
then ended up 9-3.
Mhm.
Won the first round playoffs, lost the second.
Mhm.
9-3. Couple things. Davion Summers, and Blake Terry, two of the really good running backs from last year, are back this year. We're going to see, I think, Coda Harrington, who's a sophomore, played a little bit last year. Quarterback, I believe, is going to be the starting quarterback. Manuel Gladden, who played some quarterback last year, is on the roster. So we'll see one of those two back there behind the center. And on defense, a couple guys that I remember from last year. Number one, big Tim Flowers right in the middle, the big run stopper. And then Braylon Daniels, one of the linebackers. And a couple other guys. Tyreek Carter's on that roster still. He played linebacker and running back last year, had a really good season. So we'll see what the Hounds will be like. I think they got a good mix of some older players and some younger, inexperienced guys. JV team's been pretty good for the last couple of years. So we'll see what Rydell and the coaching staff can come up with Friday night.
Well, and I think if you talk to Coach Cowan, he'd tell you the same thing that most coaches will. But it's early in the season; you want to try to avoid penalties and
Right.
injuries.
Yep.
That's your big thing.
Yep.
You know, keeping the guys hydrated. You know, all that, and you don't want to get complicated too quick offensively.
Execution.
Yeah,
execution.
yep. You want to be on time, your tempo, all that.
Right.
So, I mean, obviously, Statesville traditionally has had a stable of athletes that
Mhm.
usually, if there's any shortcomings early in the season, their athletes can usually overcome that.
Right.
So it's you almost don't know what to expect. But if you're going to the game, you're going to listen to the game. You're going to have some burners out there on the edges.
Yep.
Some fast wide receivers, guys that can run the rock. And I expect points to be put up on the board. Not going to surprise me if we see special teams touchdowns for the Hounds.
Watch. Go ahead.
I was going to say East Surrey, they're a very good football team. I mean, Mark, you're familiar with them, aren't you? A little bit.
Relatively. We
Yeah,
haven't seen East
so,
Surrey in a couple of years.
They're usually pretty consistent with what they do as well. It's actually a really good opening game for Statesville. I think it'll be a good measuring stick for them early in the season. But I think Coach Cowan probably going into this is going to feel pretty good. I mean, it's week one. There's a whole lot of unknowns, but you learn a lot about your team in week one.
But every team has a lot of unknowns going into week one. It's I mean, we talk about that all the time. College football, high school, pro. It's the same thing.
Scariest week of the season for coaches.
Yeah.
Scariest week because you really don't know what you have until you go into week one. You get through it, and then you turn the film on that Saturday or Sunday, and you get back to it, and you can start really evaluating where your guys are.
Well, the thing is, you scrimmaged, but it's not the same.
It's not
there's
live.
Different intent here in the game as there was in the scrimmage.
It's not a controlled environment.
Right.
Scrimmages are controlled environments, and that's what makes them beautiful. That's why you even see NFL teams doing it now. You have your coordinated practices, right? Scrimmages are great because it gives you live looks, but it's not a live real game scenario a lot of the time. So it's good. It feels good as a player when you go into scrimmages because you get another color to hit finally. You get someone else outside of a teammate to take some of that anger and aggression out on, but certainly a different feeling with week one where it's all live.
Right.
And you've got your coaches emptying the cupboards with their game plan. Harry noted not overcomplicating things, which you don't want to do, regardless of what phase of the game you're in. You really want to see execution, like Harry said, get out of there without injuries and really get a good evaluation for where your team is.
Hey, real quick too, before we get on to the next game, couple of things. The Hounds will play on the road the first two games as the turf will be completed by game number 3. New field down at Statesville be turf.
Was that how the schedule was planned, by the way?
Yes.
Okay. I was going to say that
it was planned that way. Yeah.
Okay.
And then the other thing that's kind of interesting that we probably need to talk about a little bit here is the conference realignment has really scrambled up the county, as all the county teams are in the same conference except for West Iredell.
West was, I guess, okay with that.
Yeah.
They're just like, okay, we'll see y'all later.
They are going to play the teams to the
South,
west.
No,
Lake
Norman,
Norman,
no
Statesville.
And they actually only have two. They only have 2 non-conference games at West Iredell because their conference has 9 teams in it, so they have 8 conference games and only 2 non-conferences.
The non-conference,
so
I mean, that's almost great in one respect, but it's also like, 2 non-conference games. That's a little bland. It's a little bland.
Well, what's crazy is so this week
they're all
coming
basically new. So.
Well, here's the thing. What's interesting is they're going to play East Burke this week, and then I believe their second non-conference game is against North Iredell.
How about that?
Next week.
Huh.
Yeah.
All
But
right.
anyway,
Davie County's over here like, why are we here?
So the thing is, it'll be interesting because now we're talking, Statesville used to play Lake Norman and South as non-conference games. Now those are conference games, right? And now we play Mooresville. And I don't know when the last time. I don't remember Statesville playing Davie County since I've been doing football for them.
Oh, maybe at some point. I'll be honest.
I don't
remember us doing it
since 2011. I'm going to venture to say there was a game between Davie County and Statesville. I can't recall exactly when, but I feel like there was. I have to go back and look at the Carolina Prep schedules,
right,
or the Max Prep schedules, and find out if they're on there. But I'm almost positive they did at one point.
I will say I think it's very interesting how it also how it shook out. Excuse me, a lot of different facets. But the one good thing, certainly with this conference, is it does reintroduce Mooresville Statesville as a rivalry, which is something we have not had for quite some time. And it's a good one, man. I mean, especially when they're both good, like they are this year, or like a lot of people are assuming they will be this year. It's a good rivalry to have within the county.
Well, I mean, I know there's a little bit of a, I don't know what you want to call it. There's a little bit of a in between the two fan bases, but it usually creates for fun football environments.
All right. So real quick, who's your pick in this first game? We're going to take a commercial break because we're going to get a special guest on the phone.
Give me Statesville. I think on the road. East Surrey, good football team, very sound up there, but I think Statesville, the athleticism, the speed. Week one, that is a bigger difference as opposed to you go down the season. I'll take the Hounds on the road.
Yeah, I am too. I think the Hounds could probably put. I'm going to say they're going to put 28 to 34 points on the board. But I think it'll be a close game. I do think, again, it's a good opponent week one on the road. But I think Statesville comes out with a one-score win.
Yeah, I think I'm with Mark. I think the athleticism is what will shine through here, and then Statesville ends up winning.
Mhm.
So we're going to take a commercial break, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to get Coach Mayo from Mooresville on the phone.
Hey, Jason Alexander from A&A Sales and Service. How's it going?
It's going great, Billy. I hope you are too.
Fall is on the way. What do we expect from A&A Sales and Service?
Well, just like everybody else, the leaves are going to start falling and the end of the season is coming to us. The good news is we've gotten a little bit of rain here lately, so the grass has started growing again. So we're just trying to get ready for the fall of the year, and usually that means end of the year specials on our tractors and mowers. End of the year specials on service, and especially on our automotive side too.
Hey, tell us all about the A&A Advantage Plan.
Well, when you decide to partner with the A&A family, we give you our A&A Advantage Plan, which gives you a lot of coupons that are discounts and parts and service. We also give you 5 coupons for pickup and delivery on your mower or your tractor that you bought from us. And if you bought a mower or mowing deck from us, we also give you a new set of blades for that unit every year you own it. So we like to call that Blades for Life.
All right, so tell us how to find A&A Sales and Service.
Just get on 21, go north of Walmart there at 618 Turnersburg Highway, right beside the food line near Jane Sowers.
Whether it's fine jewelry, scrap gold, diamonds, rare coins, luxury watches, or fine art, discover how your unwanted valuables can turn into instant cash at R. Gregory Jewelers. That's right, National Rarities is back at R. Gregory Jewelers with an exciting buying event. Their specialists are ready to evaluate your luxury items Tuesday and Wednesday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Thursday, 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., August 19th through the 21st. Plus, you can receive a 20% bonus when you trade for an in-store credit. Don't miss this rare opportunity at R. Gregory Jewelers, 122 West Broad Street in downtown Statesville.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Sports Recap Show on 92.9 WAME, live from the mothership, Signal Hill. Mark the Big Mac Covert. Again, I gotta get the repetition, man. It's so different. After 9 years?
Yeah.
I graduated.
You graduated.
Second year. Yeah.
He graduated.
Me and Jaden Daniels. Let's go. Mark the Big Mac Covert, Brian the Professor Suarez, Harry the Menu Nostrant, Bryson the Commander Davis, and we have with us, Harry, a very special guest.
Yes, we do. And we have none other than second-year head coach of the Mooresville High School Blue Devils football team, Zach Mayo. Coach Mayo, thanks for joining us here tonight, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys for having me on.
Hey, listen, real quick, let's just recap your first year last year. You taking over a good program that Coach Nixon had running over there at Mooresville. Historically, traditionally, very good team. You took them to I believe it was the third round of the playoffs against East Forsyth up there. Battled really heavily with those, state championship contending Eagles almost every year. It feels like came out with unfortunately a loss that game. But I mean, your first season, I'd say you'd have to chalk it up to a pretty good success. And here you are in year 2. Real quick, just tell us how you felt about season 1 with the Blue Devils.
Yeah, I mean, what a great group of seniors that we had, and it was honestly a pretty easy transition just from a lot of the coaching staff staying put, and then I've known those kids since they were in middle school, so just having that relationship with them and being able to, with that being my first group, that was really special. And they were a bunch of really good football players that had worked hard and are great kids. And a lot of them are still having success right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you come into, year 2 at Mooresville, and all of a sudden it feels like there's I don't like the word expectations, but there's a lot of people hyping how good this Blue Devils team could be. Obviously it's early. You guys have had a couple preseason scrimmages against really good teams. You did Grimsley in your first scrimmage, and then Hickory this last Friday. Tell us about how the preseason's been going for you guys. What are numbers looking like for y'all?
Preseason's been good. Just trying to get guys in the right place, and we've done a little bit of moving and shifting around, and we've got a lot of football players that are very versatile, which is a good problem to have. So just trying to get the right lineup out there, find the best 11 on both sides of the ball, and figure out a way to just put them in a situation to be successful. And I think we've, every single week, every single practice, we've continued to improve and are starting to get guys in the right spot. And you're seeing them start to flash a little bit and have a whole lot of success. So we're excited about this year. We do have a lot of talent, and it's just about putting them in, like I said, putting them in a situation to be successful.
The coach, to speak about some of that talent really quick, obviously a pretty heavy amount of Division One, not just recruits, but commits as well, led by your quarterback. What is the expectation for those guys as they come into their senior seasons? They have those commitments locked up, and again, Harry may not want to use the word expectations, but that's kind of what we're here for and what we listen to. The expectations for what Mooresville can potentially do this year.
Yeah, I mean, definitely those guys they have worked really hard to get to that spot. You know, it's not something that happens in a year. It's not something that happens in 2 years. They've been working since the time they were little kids. And the good news is that all of them are great young men. And once football comes to an end for all of them, they're all going to be really successful after that. But I think the big thing is that they don't have to go press. And that's something that I've kind of been preaching to them this week, especially on the offensive side of the ball. Just let the game come to you. You know, it is our job as coaches to put you in a situation to be successful, get you in the right spot, give you the right tools and technique. And then at that point, they just go be good football players. And that's what they've done their whole life. And that's why they are Division I recruits. And, you know, so I'm excited for all of them. I think they're all going to have really big years for us. And, you know, they're, like I said, they're all great kids.
You know, Coach, obviously this is the first year in the new alignment as well with the we have 7 classifications now, 8 classifications. I'm sorry. Yeah. 8 classifications. And you guys are at 7A. That's correct, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So there's a lot of people making the argument that you guys have the toughest, you know, classification in the state. What's your thought on the new, I guess, alignment for classifications? And really, I know you guys take 1 week at a time, but I mean, it seems like your schedule, first of all, is loaded with a lot of tough opponents, and we're going to talk about one here in just a minute. But yeah, give me your thoughts on the new classification.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. When you look at all the states that surround North Carolina, whether it's South Carolina, even Georgia, Tennessee, Virginia, North Carolina had, I can't remember what the number of teams were in each state, but it was essentially your numbers, your odds kind of were cut in half of winning a state championship. And I can't see a downside to having more classifications. The only thing that it made it tougher to do was schedule games, your non-conference games and things like that. But I think the 8 classifications is definitely going to benefit the state overall. I like the new format for the playoffs. Just with how they're doing the seeding and that type of stuff. And, you know, it's going to be interesting to see how it all shakes out this year. And I do think that 7A is especially the 7A West is the toughest bracket in the state. And that's where we want to be. That's why Mooresville is Mooresville. And that's the reason that I'm here.
Hey, Coach, can you talk to the 5 non-conference games? Because I know in Statesville's situation, they had a little bit of trouble getting game number 5 because at that point, most of the other schools are already in their conference games.
Yeah, the way you try and get that 5th game, you got to find somebody else that's in a 6-team league, and there weren't too many conferences out there that are. So you almost got to try and pair up where, you know, our conference is going to pair up with the same conference that East Forsyth's in or whatever else. And not everybody ended up doing that, but it's just kind of that way you can assure everybody does have that 5th non-conference game. And then just when you looked at it, or when we looked at it as a staff, you know, our ultimate goal is to win a state championship. And to do that, we've got to go play good competition. We wanted to play good competition early in the year and kind of see where we were at. And, you know, it's going to be a good measuring stick for us on what we're doing a good job of, what we need to improve on. And you want to see your kids go compete and play against the other best players in the state and the other best programs in the state. So that was our whole goal.
Yeah, absolutely. And a couple of these teams you guys play early this season are teams you could absolutely see down the road in the playoffs. So, I mean, real quick, obviously, big one week 1. It doesn't start easy for you, and that's the way you guys like it. It sounds like you guys are on the road at Weddington. I mean, tell us your thoughts. You know, what are going to be the keys to the game for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, first off, Coach Capone does a phenomenal job. You can see when you put on the tape, you can see why consistently they are competing for state championships, winning 13 games every year, whatever the number is. They are doing a phenomenal job. I think the keys for us, we kind of had a mantra all week is TED, toughness, execution, and discipline. I think if we can do those three things, we're going to be in a really good spot come late Friday night. On the offensive side of the ball, like I said, don't press. Take what's there. You're not going to win the game in one play. Let's stay on time, stay on the field. First downs are the name of the game. Let's continue to string first downs and do a good job taking what's there and taking care of the football. And then defensively, we're going to have to stop the run and be great tacklers. They are not fancy on the offensive side of the ball. They're not trying to do too much. It is very much they are very much okay with picking up 3.4 yards a carry and staying on the field and doing that. And it's honestly impressive to watch when you cut on the tape. So we're excited about it. And like I said, I like the game plan that we have going into it. And, as long as the kids play hard, they compete, you can sleep at night and know that regardless of the outcome, we're going to be better for it.
Yeah, and talking about the defensive side of the ball, yeah, you guys are a little bit of a shakeup there on the coaching side of that. Coach Holman not there anymore. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. So he's got some health issues going on, and he wanted to go one more year and go out with KJ Gillespie and those guys, and it just wasn't in the cards. And he's been doing really good health-wise since, but he just didn't want to leave us hanging out to dry if something were to come up in the middle of the season or in the summer. So we appreciate him for that. He's still somebody that I've talked to multiple times a week, is still watching film with us and doing everything he can to help us out. He just can't be out there every single day. But we were able to bring in Steve Williams, who's been the co-defensive coordinator at Huff for the past few years. He was at West Rowan when they went on their run. He was at North Rowan when they went on their run, and he was part of the rebuild at Northwest Cabarrus as well. So he's done a great job everywhere he's at, and he's doing a great job for us right now.
Oh, that's awesome. And, obviously you guys want to come out with that win on Friday, but what the saying goes, you don't win or lose a state championship in week one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Our whole goal, though, is the same mindset that we had last year. Go out there, and the only thing that matters is the next snap. So if we can continue to be focused, be present, be where our feet are at, I think we've got a really good shot.
All right, awesome. Well, Coach, listen, we appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule here tonight and talking with us on the Sports Recap Show, talking about your Blue Devils. Again, we got some expectations and some high hopes for this team. I think the community seems to be really diving into supporting, and hopefully you guys. I know I will be down there Friday. I expect to see a pretty good crowd and probably a really great football environment for week one.
Yep.
Yes, sir. We're excited for sure.
Well, awesome. Coach, again, thank you so much for joining us and talking football with us. Hopefully we'll talk to you here soon. And again, hopefully after a week one win for your Blue Devils.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
And again, that was Coach Zach Mayo of the Mooresville High School Football Blue Devils. Guys, they are, Mark, you're familiar obviously with Mooresville. Brian, you are too. I will tell you, this on paper is probably about as good as they've been.
I would venture to say they are.
Yeah.
Not about. They are as good as they have been. Not to stoke those flames for all the expectations you kind of hear lingering, but look, this is rarefied air. Even for a school of Mooresville, they have all the resources in the world to get this stuff done. They just haven't been able to really even get there. I mean, not even underneath Coach Capps. Now, that was great X's and O's when Coach Capps was there. But now you move into a new phase where you've got all these guys who have these D1 offers, and you still matters about how they all fit into the puzzle, right?
Yep.
But you have guys like that. You got dudes. You can go out there and win a lot of games at the high school level.
So y'all are down there. You know what the expectations are, and the public's out there talking about it, right? So the pressure's on.
Oh yeah.
I understand. Like the coach, he doesn't want to talk about it, and he shouldn't, right? And the players, but that pressure's on.
It's on.
If you go, and I guarantee you, not necessarily on Friday because it's an away game, but you go to a home game.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You'll know it.
And we've talked about this. I mean, they lead off week one with Weddington did win the state championship. No, they did not.
Nope.
No, they didn't. Grimsley won it.
Yep.
But you're talking about a team that's perennially like
right there.
They were state champs the year before.
They
last,
are. Yeah.
Right?
I mean, they go back to the years where Gosh, who's the running back for the Eagles that played there at Clemson? Running back that's for the Eagles.
Will
Will
Shipley.
Shipley. Go back to the years Will Shipley was at Weddington. I mean, they've just year in, year out have been one of those dudes, kind of like East Forsyth. Oh, guess what? East Forsyth is also on the Mooresville schedule.
Yeah.
Huff is on the Mooresville schedule. If listen, if I'm on the outside looking in, if Mooresville can walk away with a 3-2 non-conference schedule, they should be ecstatic.
Yeah, I think we talked about that.
Yeah,
right?
even 2-3. I know it's not ideal, but also not bad. I mean,
Right,
I think
right.
it all is going to depend how you perform in those games. Again, Mark touched on it. They got they're led offensively by their Temple commit quarterback Brody Norman. They got J.D. McCombs running the rock. They've brought in some guys. Well, they haven't brought in, but some kids have moved into the Mooresville district. That are adding to the weapons. I mean, they got a couple wide receivers, get D1 offers. The defense people thought was going to drop off, but they got some guys that are, they got a Vanderbilt commit on the defensive line. So listen, should be a very exciting season for the Blue Devils. And again, we're going to talk about a litmus test week
Right.
1 on the road
Yeah.
at Weddington.
All right.
It doesn't get much bigger than that.
Who's winning? I'll go with Mooresville in this game. I think they'll come through. Harry?
Man, I got to be honest. It's super, super hard for me to pick against Weddington at home. It's very, very, very hard for me because this is, again, well-coached team.
Right.
They don't hurt themselves. That being said, from what I've heard and seen of Mooresville early this season, if they can avoid the slow start against Weddington and come out executing well, I think Mooresville's got a very good chance to win the football game, and I'll take Mooresville.
All right. Mark?
This game was originally or rumored to be at Memorial Stadium on the outskirts of Uptown Charlotte originally.
Neutral site.
If we were talking neutral site, very close. And I probably would have leaned Mooresville that way. I think just Weddington at home, and they know what's coming into their environment. You've got to be great even in week 1 because it's going to be a statement game. There's one other game in the area that really takes the cake maybe over this one. Possibly two, right.
Yeah.
But this is the other game that everyone has their eyes on. I just think at home, they are the dudes. And if you want to be the dude, you got to beat the dude. And right now, Weddington's got it. I'm going to take Weddington at home.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's run through these other ones real quick. Wilkes Central at North Iredale. North Iredale should be pretty good. They should be competitive in this game. They got 2 really good players.
Mhm.
We talked Coach Andy Howell when he was here not too long ago. Caleb Sales and Pete Jackson. I'm going to go with the Raiders in this game.
Yeah, you know what? I like the Raiders' chances as well. I mean, I think early in the season, again, you don't know what you don't know. And if they come out here and mess around and have some fun, playing the game of football, I think they got a really good chance to win this game. So I'll take North.
I think it's what you don't know. What is, you don't know what you don't know.
Mhm.
I think that's a good thing in this instance. I'm going to take North.
All right. Then next up, Sun Valley at Lake Norman. The one interesting thing I think is when we talk to Coach Oliphant is that now he likes to run the rock, but he's going to have a passing team according to what he told us when he was on the air.
That's what we're talking about. His quarterback, he's got down there.
Caden Kraft.
Yeah, the kid's a gunslinger. Now, I think if you're Lake Norman, you don't necessarily need to get away from what you've done well.
Right.
But the problem is that if you're a defensive coordinator, you can't key in on that run game because
Yeah.
you got a quarterback, who can move.
Yeah.
He can run himself. And he can throw the ball all over the field.
Yeah.
He can make the hard throws that you don't see quarterbacks making, like, crossbody
Right.
to the other side of the field. So it's going to make defensive coordinators' jobs, just, no other nice way to put this, a living hell.
Right.
So, I mean, listen, I think Lake Norman, I think the people are going to be surprised how good they can be this year. They stay healthy and do what they're going to do and see if they can go through the growing pains of how they do offensively. I think they'll be very good. That being said, I like Lake Norman at home.
Yeah, I'm going to go at Lake Norman.
I'm also going to go with Lake
All
Norman.
right, and then we'll have South Iredale will travel to East Lincoln. I think this could be a very interesting game. I think I don't know when the last time South Iredale's played East Lincoln, but Statesville's played them for quite a bit for the last 5 years.
Pretty
and
good
they
football
have,
team.
There's a pretty good football
Pretty good
team down
football
there at
team.
East Lincoln. Oh yeah,
Not too bad.
yeah, not too
bad.
bad at all.
Over there in Lincoln County.
All right.
I'm going to take East Lincoln.
Yeah, I think
Oh.
I'm going to too. I mean, I'm just not sure.
Again,
what
week 1, you
South
play
is
it.
about.
You play it by the numbers,
Mhm.
right? You
Yeah.
you know what you
Yeah.
know. We know what we know for programs, right?
Right.
Mhm.
A lot of the times that doesn't change.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
even going into here, South Iredale, very good team. Just think East Lincoln, especially at home, a little bit better.
Yeah, and I think that's, again, you talk about a statement game. This is a chance for South to show us what they're going to have this year. Again, you don't win or lose anything long term in week 1, so
Right.
this is a chance to go out there, do your thing, execute. But East Lincoln again, really good football team at home. I think the Mustangs are probably going to take this one.
And if I remember right, South Iredale's is young. If I
Yeah,
remember
I
from
think
the
that's
coaches
correct.
preview, that Coach Limble told me they are very young.
Nothing like starting your season with a team that was playing for a state championship a couple years ago.
Hey,
Yeah,
get
yep,
after
that's
it,
right.
right?
Yeah.
All right, and then the other one's going to be West Iredale at East Burke. I'm not real sure. I don't know much about East Burke. I know Sean Fitzgerald has got it going on over there at West Iredale's got him a couple good players. I think he has a really good quarterback this year. So I'm
Well,
not sure about this one.
He's coming off the Lake Norman coaching tree as well.
Right.
So obviously they like to try to run the ball a little bit too. I think for them, they're going to have to sustain drives to keep East Burke off the field. It can't be 3 and outs, it can't be turnovers
Right.
and whatnot. And those are the type of things that sometimes early in the season you succumb to essentially. So if they can avoid that, I think the Warriors have a very good chance again to win this football game. The only part that really stinks about it is they got a bit of a haul to go to East Burke.
Right.
So,
Yep.
I mean, I guess it's not that awful for them, but it's not exactly close either.
I'm going to stick with the home team on this one.
I'm
East
gonna
Burke.
take East Burke at home too, but I will not be surprised at all if West Iredale comes out with a win.
Say East Burke as well.
All right, so real quick, we'll go over a couple other real quick notes. I noticed that Grimsley is ranked number 17 in Max Prep's top 25 in the country
Because they're pretty good.
because
Not-
they
not
pretty
bad.
good. Have a really good quarterback over there.
Yeah, Faison Brandon.
Yep.
That's where I'll be at on Friday night. Their
That's a-
matchup against West Charlotte in Bank of America Stadium at the Keep Pounding Classic, presented by Bell. Sorry, I have to do that. It's like, we've been hammered for it this week.
All right.
No, I mean Faison Brandon, very good, number 1 recruit in the country, depending on where you look. Going to Tennessee as of right now, but a slew of playmakers. Defensively, they can fly around. Grimsley is about as good as any football team, not just in the state, but really in most parts of the country. Obviously, with number 17, in the
Number
top 25.
17. Yeah, we'll
So
keep an eye on that.
In theory, there's only 16 teams better than them.
Correct.
Yeah. So we'll keep an eye on that, see if they keep moving up the rankings, if they keep winning.
I'm doubling
Right.
down with West Charlotte winning that football game.
Okay. Woo. All right. And any other one real quick? Friend of the show, Matt Jenkins, is back in the coaching ranks at West Cabarrus.
Yes, he is.
They take on Northwest Cabarrus this week. We'll wish Matt very well.
Real quick, when we talked about this with Coach Jenkins, he was looking for a really good situation to go back into coaching after leaving Huff. There's a few different aspects he was looking at, and he landed at West Cabarrus. So I got to believe it's a good situation for him. And I do think with how they started getting better. I mean, with actually Mark's former coach there at West Cabarrus. I'm sorry,
Brian Henson.
yeah, Coach Henson really had them moving in the right direction. Coach Jenkins comes in, and I'm sure we'll just continue that. I mean, he had such good success at Huff as well.
Right.
I think he'll do well down there at West Cabarrus.
Hey, a couple things before we go on. Brian Henson, I believe, now is a coach at Davie County.
Correct.
He is
Right. And then on to Matt. I know you said he left Huff, and I would just want to make it known that he left for a very great reason, in my opinion. He took a year off from coaching because his 2 twin daughters were seniors in high school, and he
Yeah.
wanted to spend time with them.
Watch-
and I
watch-
think that is very admirable. Most people
Absolutely.
would
Sure.
not do that. I think that's very admirable of Matt. And we wish him luck getting back in there at West Cabarrus.
We'll have to get him to call in here sometime.
Yeah.
To Harry's point, though, like those kids down there at Central Cabarrus, I mean, look, you're talking to go from
West Cabarrus.
West.
Sorry,
Yep.
sorry.
Coach Kiefer's got Central.
Yeah, no
Cabarrus.
kidding. From West, where you get Brian Henson down there, very good coach. He's got a championship under his belt at his time at Salisbury. So you go from a guy who's done that and seen a lot over to Matt Jenkins, who's another guy who's seen a lot in a lot of different ways too.
Yep.
So you're getting a lot of exposure that way. Very good.
Yeah.
All right, so let's step it up a level to college football. I want to ask y'all, give me your 5 biggest college football rivalries.
Can we just all agree that Ohio State, Michigan's number 1?
They have met 120 times. They started playing. The first game was on October 16th of 1897.
So that's number 1.
Number 2 is Army Navy, in my opinion.
Like it.
Okay, I got them in my top 5. They played 125 times. The first game was November 29th of 1890.
Auburn, Alabama.
Yeah, the Iron Bowl.
Iron Bowl, baby.
Yeah.
First game, February 22nd of 1893. They have played 89 times.
Well, and I'm telling you one that to me it's lost its luster a little bit, but it's always been a good rivalry, and that's Texas Oklahoma.
Red River.
Yeah.
First game was in October 10th of 1900. They've played 120 times.
Can I say one that always gets me and no one talks about
You
it?
gonna say
enough?
Notre Dame USC?
No.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say-
No. Good. What a clean old fashioned hate. Georgia Tech, man.
Yeah.
Georgia, Florida is pretty good.
So,
too.
all right. So let me jump in here real quick. So the list that I saw, Number 5 was exactly the one Harry said.
Georgia, Florida.
No, USC Notre Dame.
Oh, yeah.
First game was in December
It's been
4th
played
of,
for so long
of
now.
1926.
Yeah.
The
right?
Jules Schleigler.
All right. So listen, you got any others? Because I want to point out a couple that you're probably not going to name, and they're historic.
I'll
They
put
are
one out.
historic.
I'll put one out there that most people don't talk about, and maybe it's because coming from a Pac-12 guy, but Oregon State was always really
Civil
good.
War, man.
Yep.
Civil War is usually pretty good, except for Oregon State usually sucks.
Right.
Yeah.
I got one for you. Harvard, Yale.
Yeah.
Aha, that's on my list.
Harvard, Yale.
Hey, all right.
Harvard, Yale,
Has
baby.
been played 140 times. The first game was played on November 13th of 1875.
Yep. It's a good one.
Harvard, Yale, baby.
All right, listen, here's another one. I didn't realize this one had been this long. Minnesota and Wisconsin.
Yeah, I was gonna,
134 times. The first game was played on November 15th of 1890. All right, but neither of those are the longest, have played the most games. The longest running, because I think these two have played every single year since the start, is
is it ACC school?
no,
Oh, okay.
nope. It
Big
is
Ten?
Lehigh and Lafayette.
Would've never said that.
Bethlehem and Easton. They have played 160 times, and the first game was on October 25th of 1884. I think they have played every year since then.
I'll tell you a good one that not many people talk about, and it's because they don't play each other a whole lot anymore. But if you talk about the people that used to watch the game, the fan bases, the players that used to partake in it, Marshall, West Virginia was a big one.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
When
yeah.
Coach Bowden was there,
West Virginia Pitt.
Pitt,
Oh,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
backyard brawl.
yeah,
Some
I was
of the
gonna-
names, man, are so good. Catholics versus convicts. I'm telling you, it's so good. Some of
Bedlam?
them are Bedlam.
Which is
Bedlam.
probably not
Bedlam,
gonna be
like the
played.
simplicity of, like, you hear Bedlam, you're like,
Yeah.
oh God.
Yeah.
yeah. There's some.
do it
I mean, Florida State.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of good rivalries, but I think the top 5 we talked about
Yeah,
probably.
I think so.
I don't know what it's called. I don't even know if it has a name. Probably does. But like, remember at the beginning of the college football playoff era, and like TCU and Baylor were both really
Yeah.
good,
Uh-huh.
and they had a couple
Yeah.
years, man.
Yeah.
I mean, they
Yeah.
had some games.
Yep.
Yeah, Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of really good. I mean, think about the Big 12, just Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, Bedlam.
yeah,
that's
well,
Bedlam.
yeah. The you said TCU,
Well,
Baylor,
Oklahoma
Texas
and
Tech.
Nebraska. Oklahoma and Nebraska used to be really,
Yeah.
used to
Yeah,
be really
I'm
big
gonna
too.
give you one for like 2 years.
Iowa State.
Missouri, Kansas.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They played at Arrowhead.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy.
Iowa State's usually a pretty good one too.
Yep.
Usually,
All right. So let's
It was like 6
Anyone going into Iowa at night, rivalry.
Yeah.
hey.
it's like
all right.
6 points scored.
So
in the
let's
entire
move
game.
on. There is a top 25 game this weekend in college football. Iowa State versus Kansas State. Iowa State in the AP polls ranked number 22. Kansas State is number 17. This game will be played in Ireland. They're calling it Farmageddon. And
That's great.
actually, get this. This will be an official Big 12 conference game
The
played
Ir- the
over
Irish
in
might love
Ireland.
it.
Yes.
The Irish must love that.
Hey,
Farmageddon over here.
Dublin, sneaky good football city all of a sudden. Because guess what else is there this year? Steelers, Vikings. Okay. And what? Florida State for Georgia Tech was over there last year.
That's right. And then
I
it
mean,
was
there's been another
Notre
game.
Dame the year before,
Yep.
correct?
And then I think Penn State and USC were the first game over in Dublin years ago now.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's
how long ago was that?
2014,
It's been a while.
something like that. I was still in college.
Yeah.
We were playing that day.
Does,
All right.
Does, real quick, does Penn State have a good rivalry? Like, I mean, I feel like
I mean, look,
Ohio
if
State,
they could have won more of the matchups against Ohio State, yeah. Up until Michigan's reeled off with the last 3 or 4, I mean, that was kind of like Ohio State was like they're kind of the main rival, not Michigan.
Yeah.
Just to make Michigan fans mad.
Okay, so let's go back to that real quick. They played 122 times, 120. Michigan's 162. Ohio State's 152. 6 ties.
how about that?
All right, so let's move on. You want to pick this game? Iowa State, Kansas State.
I'm going Iowa State.
I'm going to go Kansas State.
You would.
Avery Johnson, quarterback.
Yeah, honestly, kind of with Brian on this one. Avery, hey, right there, Wildcats getting
Yeah.
after it. Also, my boss is a Kansas State fan, so I'm saying this to kiss up and get some brownie points a little bit. So Kansas State.
Well, I'll tell you this: there's more chance you're going to see a cyclone in Ireland than a wildcat. So
Okay, maybe.
I mean, that depends on how far Aaron gets.
All right,
just saying, it's happened
Let's
before.
let's go up one level. NFL. Trey Hendrickson is right now holding. He's a hold in, I guess, because he's at.
He was
camp,
on the
but he's not
sidelines last night.
practicing,
That's
yeah.
so nice of him.
Now there's talks of a trade. If they trade, who are they trading him to? Who
Someone for a
who
bunch
would
of
be work
picks.
for him? No, but what team could use him the most?
Man, a young
would trade for
team,
him.
a young team that's got a lot of intrigue, that's got a little bit of draft capital, could really use a good building block on defense. Son of a gun. It's the Carolina Panthers.
I literally was just
Oh,
going to say the same thing.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
how about the Lions? And pair him with Aiden Hutchinson.
The Lions are in this weird position where they've got talent in a lot of spots, but how much of that talent? Because the Bengals know they've got talent, so
Right.
they're gonna want some of that.
So
talent.
they're going to want some
So
of it.
so
Right,
how
that's
much of
true.
that talent do you actually move? The Panthers are like, we give draft capital, and you're gonna love it.
Patriots. What about the Patriots giving up?
Patriots
The
would be-
Patriots have said they would give up some high draft picks.
You know what? I'm gonna ask you the same question I asked Harry last week. Who's the Patriots GM? No one knows.
Shoot,
Mike,
I
'cause
read
it
I
was-
forget
was-
the- I read it today and I forget the
It
guy's
was
name.
Yeah.
Bill Belichick.
Yeah, but
Well,
it's not now.
I will say,
It's not now.
whoever's running the show has made some decent off-season moves.
On paper.
I think we're more susceptible to making those type of moves. I think it just comes down to the Patriots aren't going to sell the farm to get them. They would give up a little bit. I don't think they're going to give up a lot of it.
Well, the Bengals aren't. Here's the thing: the Bengals don't have the leverage at the moment.
They don't, because it's like, hey, you either have a guy that's just not going to play for
And
you.
he's already right. He's already said he doesn't care how long he sits.
Yeah.
He'll sit.
Yep. Well,
Elliot Wolf
that's right.
is the
Yeah,
GM
yeah.
of the Patriots.
Oh, I know him. No, I don't.
I was like, huh.
So
Uh,
anyway-
I
so-
gotta tell you, I think the Panthers really should go out and try to make something happen here.
Yeah.
Realistically,
true.
I think that'd be fantastic.
I will tell
Oh,
you
yeah.
I will tell you one thing. It is less likely, though, in my opinion, that the Bengals will trade him to an inner AFC team.
They won't.
Yeah.
They won't do interstate. So if the Browns are even a
So the Browns are
possibility.
out.
Browns
yes.
are like, we just
and
shut up.
and they won't be in division.
Yeah.
Stunning.
So,
So the Patriots would. I mean, the Panthers would make sense.
the
I'm sorry, not
Panthers, the
Patriots.
Lions. I'm gonna throw one more out there.
Sneaky good thing, real quick about the Panthers, though. He started his career with the Saints, so he's familiar with the division,
Mhm.
familiar with those fields, conditions,
Yeah.
everything. So
Yeah.
it kind of works in his favor that way.
I'm gonna throw one more out there that could be on the radar for that, and it's a team. I think they've got the capital to do it, and I think they are in a weird position where it would really benefit them on that side of the ball, and that would be none other than a team in California that plays in the NFC.
The Rams.
Yep. Not out of the realm of
But
possibility.
again, Bengals know they have young talent. They're going to want that back in return.
They can get it.
Yeah.
The Rams have it.
All right.
The Rams want to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Next
Sean
up,
McVay likes that younger roster.
which rookie quarterback has been the most impressive so far?
Cam Ward.
Yeah.
Jackson Dart.
Jackson's looked good. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, he has. He looked
But-
good against the Bills.
But he's got premier weapons, right? Malik Neighbors is there. He's got a good receiving core.
Right.
No one talks
That's
about
true.
that. He's got a
That's
good
true.
receiving core.
Yeah.
That's true.
The Titans were abysmal last year.
Uh-huh. They still kind
They
of
were
are.
they were abysmal. But here's the thing: it's not necessarily what we've seen in the two games, right?
Right.
It's what you also hear off the field. He's the first guy in. He's there at the facility before some coaches are.
Yeah.
You've got your star wide receiver of that team going out there and praising you in front of media.
Correct.
Like literally
I
praising.
mean
you.
that's exactly
Yeah.
what you want there. You've got a guy that's getting in early. He's doing his work. He's holding people accountable. I mean, he got in a scuffle with the defensive lineman a couple days ago. I love.
Yeah.
Give me that.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
Jackson Dart's going
I-
to be great, and he's been very good in his first two games. I just think Cam Ward, the intangible stuff, it's all seeping
Right.
through and getting
It
to
is.
the rest
It
of the
is.
team.
The thing is, there's going to be a difference here, though. Cam Ward's going to play.
Yeah.
Jackson
off the
Dart
bat.
is not.
Yes.
Well,
Jackson Dart's going to
He's
wait.
not playing.
No, he's not going.
They already
to.
said Russell started.
Yeah.
I know, but we'll see how long that goes.
I think it'll go a while.
I'll tell you.
I think that. Hold on. I think the Giants look at this as Dart is their quarterback of the future, not this year.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell
Well,
you.
but
something.
I'm saying not this year. I don't. Even if they struggle,
Yeah.
I don't think they'll put him in there.
I'll tell you. Well, I mean, there's no. If he's ready, there's no reason not to. But
So they get
I'll-
the Commanders, Cowboys, Chiefs, Chargers, and Saints to start.
yeah, that's not exactly.
I wouldn't say until at least week 5.
Yeah.
Barring injury.
So I'll tell you this too. Going back to the Cam Ward thing, everything Mark said about him, and this is true. All these things being said about him. This was exactly the script for Jaden Daniels last year.
Well, that's a good point.
Exactly the
Yeah.
script.
How's
Like,
that
That's a good
sound?
point.
I mean,
You
no,
guys
think
pay
about it. They
attention.
were saying all this stuff about Jaden Daniels early in the
This
season.
is true. Yes.
So I mean, if he's going, obviously Jaden Daniels is a phenomenal quarterback. I mean, he's great, and Cam Ward has a lot of potential too. But
Isn't that right?
he's reading that script of Jaden Daniels. He's doing something right. So,
Yeah.
Well, and again, we talked about before, kid's an underdog.
Yeah.
He's embraced that
Yeah.
role. He knows exactly what he is. Probably the least talked about number 1 overall pick, and
In a
God
long
knows
time.
how long.
Yeah.
Right. Agree.
You just keep shoveling that coal in there, man.
I don't know. What do you think,
I
Commander?
agree.
We've asked you like 5 questions, and you haven't answered
and you're
one.
not even paying attention.
I'm doing massive show prep over here.
What
And-
show?
And
Not
keeping
our-
your show.
Not ours, right? The only one that matters.
Yeah,
Lord.
right.
All
That's
right.
He's
On to the
yeah,
next.
he's
All right,
on to
on to the next
Cincinnati.
one. Who's your fantasy football #1 draft pick in a non-keeper league? So everybody's available.
So like I have #1 draft pick.
you have the #1 draft
top
pick.
draft
Who
pick.
you take?
Jamar Chase.
Jaden Daniels.
Jamar Chase.
You must be out of your ever loving
A
mind.
quarterback?
Jamar Chase, bro.
I'm probably taking Saquon.
He wants anarchy, bro. He wants anarchy.
I'm probably taking Saquon.
Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
It's either Jamar Chase or Saquon.
Saquon's a good. First of all, you don't mean that because of what you told me a couple weeks ago, so you better stop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was just kidding.
But yeah, now he is.
My draft is in 2 weeks.
Jamar Chase, he's going to get the volume. The Bengals are going to throw the football. He's got a great quarterback throwing the football. The proof is in the pudding. He's going to get looks in the end zone. He's probably going to catch most of them. Jamar Chase. I think it's such a slam dunk thing.
Last
but
year,
you know what's
127 catches, 17 touchdowns, and 1,700 yards.
But you know what's crazy? You think about this for a second. So along with Jamar Chase, I think most people would say a guy like Justin Jefferson. Problem with him this year, who's throwing him the ball?
JJ McCarthy.
Yeah.
We know nothing about him right now.
Right.
So that makes him a very
Again, seeing in Michigan didn't give me the warm and fuzzies.
could be a late first round snag.
Justin Jefferson?
Yeah. For
in
you-
a
if you're
league in a league full of people on the reefer, yeah, sure.
listen, people are going to be wary about is he going to get the touches? You know, I mean, I'm just saying.
Okay.
He could if you're sitting there.
Have you
middle
had,
to late
have you
first
had
round.
any drafts yet?
No.
You let me know when he goes. In your
Justin will be
drafts.
gone the first 10.
Yeah,
I'm just
the first 10,
I
first
think so.
5.
You think so?
Yes,
I don't know.
talent. But again, think about it. Target share.
Hey,
man.
do you think Travis
Target
Hunter gets
share.
drafted first round for most people in their leagues?
No.
First round?
No, not in the
Good,
first
great
round.
googly moogly. God no.
Oh no, I'm just wondering.
Again, reefer, really
Yeah.
big contributor there.
I'm-
Sneaky one to not go after if you want someone to avoid. CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah.
Talk about target share.
Yeah, that's
George
true.
Pickens on the
Yeah.
other side. I
Yeah.
don't love it.
I don't know if George Pickens is going to do diddly squat though.
Oh, he's gonna fight a bunch of people.
All right.
All right, boys. Look, Mark, I got it right. It says quick cap. Woo!
And we're
All
only
right,
4 minutes behind.
So
here we go.
sorry, TJ.
So here we go. Jim Harbaugh. NCAA penalties. He got a 10-year show cause penalty. Does it really matter?
No.
He's not
You know,
going to
did
coach
you
in
know-
college anymore.
Did you know? It's not about him. It's about Michigan.
It is.
Did you know that Akron has a postseason ban this year for bad
Because he-
grades?
Oh, they do?
From players that aren't even there anymore.
Really?
Go Zips.
Oh, but
The Zips.
Michigan cheated and they got slapped on the wrist. You know what 20 million is to Michigan?
Like
5 cents.
2 games.
Yeah.
2.
All right. Next
It's a
up.
half.
Yeah.
Who's Brown's QB2? We know Joe Flacco is the starter. Who's QB2?
I'm gonna answer this in a different way. I'm gonna tell you right now, Kenny Pickett's gonna get cut.
Oh yeah.
He's getting cut.
You think?
And here's what. Well, think about it.
Why would you have him on that roster if you
Joe
think Shador-
Flacco's your starter. That was announced,
Hey,
right?
Dylan Gabriel.
Okay.
Dylan Gabriel, he's not leaving. That was your 3rd round pick this year. He's not going off the roster, and they're not going to put him on the practice squad because other teams can take it. Same thing with Shador. That's 3 quarterbacks.
All right. Now let me throw this to you. First game, first quarter, Joe Flacco gets hurt. Who do you want to come in?
Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah.
See, I don't think Kenny Pickett gets cut. I think they got some injury issues that they can keep all 4 of them.
But that's a roster spot.
Yeah. There's no way.
No,
I
they
think
don't
for
have
the
to keep
Browns-
all 4 of them. They'll put I heard it today. Pickett will stay because
There's no
one
good
of them
reason.
will be able to go on. No, one of them will be able to go on the practice squad, and it might be him for the first week.
But did you hear what he
and
just
then
said
they can
about that?
flex him. What?
He can get someone taken from the practice squad.
You're available on the practice squad.
Right. He'll have to pass through waivers. But if he's hurt, he won't pass through waivers.
I don't. But see, that's a
That's just a
technicality.
waste.
If you're telling me all 4 of them are healthy, Kenny Pickett's not on that roster.
He's the odd man out.
It does not
Oh.
make sense. The Browns.
Right. I see what you're saying. They are not going to get rid
I
of the 2
cannot-
young guys.
I cannot, for the life of me, imagine them looking at Kenny Pickett over the other 3 guys. But we need a 4th quarterback. For what?
You need another receiver more than likely.
How about you just make sure your offensive line blocks?
All
man?
right, so let's move on. Ben Griffin, did you see this? Had a creatine mishap. I think in the first 4 holes he was -6 or +6 in the golf tournament, and he claims he takes creatine before the round, and instead of it getting mixed up in the water, he got a big old chunk of it, too much, and it made him all jittery.
I bet it did.
Did you not see that?
No.
Yeah, I think if you look it up, I think in the first 4 holes he shot +6.
I don't know what I would rather have more, kombucha or creatine.
I feel like I'd
Probably
I'd
kombucha.
probably still be on the front 9
Oh,
now.
oh boy. boy.
All right. Well, Patriots open to trading high draft picks. We already talked about this. you know.
For what? Hendrickson?
I don't, well,
Just in
whoever. I
general.
mean, in general, they said they would be willing to do that.
Hey, until we see it, it don't matter.
Right.
Put your
Listen,
money where your mouth is.
I think Vrabel is cautiously optimistic about this team, and it seems to be a lot of people talking about it. I mean, listen, you got things going on in the AFC that are a little crazy, like Danny Dimes getting announced
his
as a
starter for
starter
the
today
Colts.
over
Yeah.
Anthony Richardson.
Yep.
Have we seen the last of AR for a little while, by the way?
Yeah.
I think so.
Probably.
I think so.
Has he done anything to convince you otherwise?
Nope.
Okay.
This was his job to lose. He
Yeah.
lost it.
No, it was.
All right. Victor Robles throws a bat at the pitcher. Did y'all see this?
Yeah, he
He
did.
threw like something from the dugout. Well, there's a cooler.
Sunflower seeds.
Boy, I mean, he
but-
chucked it straight out like a grenade.
He did apologize for it though,
He
10
got
games.
suspended 10 games today.
as he should be.
Can I be honest with
And
you?
he's on a rehab assignment down there. And
Is
he
it,
threw- he was
is it
throwing
kind
bats
of
at
like
the
weird?
pitcher.
Like it wasn't like longer than 10 games.
10 games is a pretty good suspension for anything that's not steroid related.
I
But
think
he
it's
threw
pretty
up.
good.
He threw his bat at a player.
I admit, did he get?
You know what I
did
mean?
He appeal?
Like
Was
that's a dangerous act.
Yeah, I mean, I
was it going to
agree.
be more and he appealed it? Maybe. I mean, I don't know.
No, I think it just got announced today that it was 10.
Yeah, you can't appeal.
Because
something
you
that
think
would've
about a
worked
guy
out too
like Miles
fast.
Garrett swinging a helmet at somebody.
Yeah.
Criminal act to some.
All right.
So-
Real quick, Group of 5 playoff team this year, JMU instead of Boise State. Think this could happen?
Well, if you ask some of the people around here that went to JMU,
I love
probably.
that. I love that idea. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't know who it's going to be. The Group 5 is. It's pretty wide open, man. No Ashton Genty out there in Boise.
Yep.
Makes it more interesting for sure.
Where is Genty playing?
The Raiders.
That's right. Okay, couldn't remember.
Oakland.
All right, one more real
Not
quick. Lenore Sellers, will he emerge as this year's must-see college football player?
No.
Who then? Do you think?
I mean, I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't know who. I just don't know that I love Lenore Sellers that much to be like, that's the dude. Because if you're telling me will emerge as this year's must-see college football player, and he's at the profile that he's at right now,
Yeah.
that means Heisman. And I don't think he's going to win the Heisman. So to me, I don't think that's really
Okay.
where
Okay.
he's not like the guy.
All right.
I got one for you. Hold on.
But man, if you watch some highlights of stuff he did last year, like against Clemson,
Sure.
holy smokes.
Also, the guy, actually, no, I'll answer Harry's question. The guy is currently residing in Columbus, Ohio. He plays wide receiver and wears number 4. That's Jeremiah Smith. That's the must-see
Okay.
college football player.
All right.
I'll throw one out there for you that's probably going to end up being one of the must-sees, if not the must-see.
Arch.
No.
Who?
Zachariah Branch. Transfer from USC. He's at Georgia now. Wide receiver, return specialist. Going to be exciting to watch.
All right. So we'll keep our eye on all of that stuff, and we'll be back next week at 7 o'clock to recap some high school games and pick some more for next week. Right here on the Sports Recap on WAME 92.9 FM and 550 AM. Don't forget, tune in on Friday night at 6:50 for the pregame show and at 7 o'clock as the Hounds open the season by taking on the East Surrey Cardinals in Pilot Mountain, North Carolina.
Real Country is 550 AM